All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. 48 First Alert Meteorologist Eric Burke with you. I hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving, and maybe you got up early, did a little shopping this morning, but still taking the time to join us for kind of a later weather extra. We've got our newscast at noon coming up here in about 30 minutes. So I'll have all the forecast details that I'm going to go over right here. I'm going to have a little more in-depth once we get into the actual newscast too. But we've got a pretty nice Friday, all things considered. We've come a long way since this morning. I think the coldest place we had was up in Lawrenceburg. I think they hit 21 degrees this morning, had a pretty widespread and heavy frost to start off our Friday morning. But now we've got some sunshine. There is a little bit of a breeze, but temperatures are finally starting to bounce back a bit. We're not going to get a whole lot warmer than we are right now. We're at 45 in the Shoals. Beautiful look there at Wilson Lake and Wilson Dam. This morning we had that colder air over the, all things considered, warmer water of Wilson Lake there. And we had some of that sea smoke, kind of some of that fog that develops when you got the cold water, the cold air over the warmer water. So that was kind of a neat feature that we showed during the Today Show this morning, but really shaping up to be a beautiful day if you're not out and about for too long. Right now, 41 in Huntsville, 45 in Athens, 43 in Moulton, 46 in Russellville, and 43 right now in Coleman. You look at the temperature change compared to Thanksgiving, it does feel warmer, I think, today than it did yesterday. And a lot of that just has to do with less wind. The wind is out of the northwest, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Where yesterday for Thanksgiving, we did have some of those gusts. Maybe you were smoking your turkey or out there checking on your deep fried bird. It was cool at times, but you know, it is late November, almost December. We're going to have some colder days. Temperatures are running about 3 to 5 degrees cooler than the same time yesterday, but the sun stays with us for the rest of the afternoon. Our next weather maker starts to move in as we get into the weekend. Now, a big portion of the weekend will be rain-free, so I've got plans to be on my roof tomorrow, hang those Christmas lights on the house. Temperatures will hit the lower 50s Saturday afternoon. We will be mostly cloudy, if not even overcast for most of the day Saturday. Maybe some early peaks of sun, that's about it. But then we start tracking some rain coming in. And this will all develop late tomorrow afternoon into the evening. We'll move from west to east overnight Saturday into your Sunday. Sunday will start off with rain. So if you're going out for your morning walk, run, taking the dogs out Sunday morning, or heading to church worship services, you'll probably want to have a heavier coat and the umbrella with you, and then we see clearing as we get into Sunday afternoon. So the cloud cover starts to break up. We'll probably see some sun, but with that northwest wind, temperatures will just stay in the mid to upper 40s. Here's another look at your rain and storm timeline here, and not so much in the form of storms. So we might hear some thunder. We are not forecasting any form of severe weather for Saturday night into Sunday, but Saturday evening, the later you go into your Saturday, the higher chances you have of running into at least some light to maybe moderate scattered showers, kind of picking up in intensity overnight into Sunday morning. And then we start to dry out the later you go in the day on Sunday. So most of this will be an overnight event. We're going to go through it right now, hour by hour. Cloud cover pushing in for Saturday. This is Saturday, 3 o'clock. We've got temperatures in the lower 50s. Skies mostly cloudy to overcast. Maybe a hit and miss sprinkle around lunchtime, but that's it. Future radar starts to bring in some of the more widespread rainfall that tracks from west to east as we go into Saturday evening now. This is going to be a steady rain, kind of light to moderate showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. Look where our temperatures are at, though. We're in the 40s, so this is going to be a colder rain, if anything. Now we've got the Iron Bowl, obviously, a little bit of a football game being played here in the state of Alabama for Saturday evening. I don't think the rain is going to affect the game down there in the plains of Auburn, but look at the rain continuing. We get toward midnight, things start to lighten up a little bit. Light, just kind of scattered showers, still a cold rain with temperatures in the 40s. And then we go into Sunday, and this new model data keeps most of the heavier rain on Sunday actually to our south. That's Sunday at 6 a.m. Things push off to the east. To look at the clearing we see by late afternoon into that evening. Of course, sunset is about 4:30, but temperatures really never leave the mid to upper 40s there on Sunday. So that is wave one of rain coming Saturday night into Sunday morning. So there we go. Here's Monday now. More clouds start to build in. Pretty chilly start to next week, coming off a long weekend. Monday morning, we got to go to work, we got to go to school, and we've got temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s. Then we've got wave 2 of cold rain coming in. This all starts to develop as we go into late Monday evening, and then the widespread kind of heavier soaking showers start to build in as we go toward midnight Tuesday into Tuesday morning. You might be seeing some posts on social media talking about big winter snow event for parts of the South. That's not going to include us. Our temperatures never even really hit the 30s. We got the moisture. We've got plenty of moisture to work with, but this is just going to be a cold rain event for us Monday night, overnight into Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning commute could be kind of a tougher one with just rain showers, kind of a colder, damp start. Good news, though, as we go into Tuesday, kind of afternoon, evening, the rain is going to start to track off to the east. Tuesday night, we have the Huntsville Christmas Parade. I'll be out there with Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis, Meteorologist Jeff DeNoyer. I know Peyton Walker from TVL. She's going to be in the parade with us. It's going to be a colder night, especially after the rain we saw in the morning. Winds will probably be picking up a bit. So right now, parade weather, it's looking chilly, but it is a Christmas parade, so it is supposed to technically be a little bit cold. Future radar regarding the model rainfall has kind of backed off a little bit. It was initially showing about a quarter to half inch of rain for Saturday night into Sunday morning. Now that things start to let up a little bit by early Sunday and the heavier rain stays south, we might miss out on some of that rainfall. So probably looking more so at like a tenth to a quarter, maybe a third of an inch of rain. So enough to wet things down for sure, but it's not going to be a big soaking rain. I think that's going to come Monday night into Tuesday with wave 2. Your wind today, saw some of the flags blowing around just a bit. Not as gusty as what we saw the past few days, but a northwest wind about 5 to 10. Through the rest of the day, enjoy the sun. We'll see a couple more clouds popping up by the afternoon. High temperature right around 47 degrees. Feeling a touch cooler with that northwest wind. So if you haven't headed out yet to do any shopping and you are, I just take the heavier coat with you. If you don't need it, you don't need it, but at least you have it. So today just kind of showing a few more clouds building in for the afternoon and evening. Later tonight becoming partly to mostly cloudy. Temperatures falling pretty quickly. But we won't be as cold tomorrow morning, and we could thank the cloud cover that you see coming in here as we get into Saturday morning. Looks like our 5 a.m. temperatures probably there in the low to mid-ish 30s, so still probably a frost, but not as heavy of a frost as what we had waking up this morning. Then through the day tomorrow, here come the clouds, mostly cloudy to overcast, maybe a hit and miss sprinkle, and then we start tracking that rain coming in as we go into Saturday evening here, and then overnight into Sunday morning. A bit more rain to deal with too. So that's kind of the one round of rain that comes in over the weekend. You'll have plenty of dry hours on Saturday. I'm doing the outside lights, putting the tree up inside. Total flip-flop from fall straight into the Christmas season now that Thanksgiving is behind us. And for tonight, increasing clouds. And wind will die down, but we'll still have a bit of a breeze from the northwest, most likely about 3 to 5 miles per hour. Temperature tomorrow morning starting off around 30 degrees. Here's your Saturday. Clouds start to build in. Temperatures will just crack the lower 50s, and then by 7 o'clock you can see the icon there showing some rain showers developing, and that will continue to move from west to east. I'd say probably the most widespread rain we have is from about 8 p.m. to midnight for most of the Tennessee Valley. Now we go to your extended forecast. Here we go. We don't have too many warm days. It is what it is as far as temperatures go, but more importantly, we've got the 2 rounds of rain. One starts tomorrow evening into Sunday morning. We dry out by Sunday afternoon. Monday, kind of a mostly cloudy, colder day, high of 47. We've got rain coming in Monday night, overnight into Tuesday morning. We dry out by Tuesday evening. Temperatures fall quickly, though. We're probably in the low 30s around parade time if you are heading to the Huntsville Christmas Parade. 47 looks like a dry day on Wednesday, probably a bit breezy, and then temps just kind of stay there in the mid-40s to low 50s for the end of your 10-day forecast. So this has been a short and sweet weather extra on your Friday. Again, I really hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I know we have high school football playoff games getting down to the final teams across the entire state. If you're heading out to watch football, should be a good night, but a night you want to have a heavy coat, hat, gloves, maybe the scarf, bring a blanket either to sit on the cold metal bleachers with or just put it over you, and maybe the thermos of hot chocolate if you're bringing the kids out to the game too. Good luck to all of our local teams, obviously. And then tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 52, and then the rain starts as we get into late Saturday evening. So if you're coming home from like an Iron Bowl party or something, you'll probably have to drive through some of that rain. Good news, it doesn't rain all day on Sunday. Should be gone by about the noon hour, and then another wave of rain coming Monday into Tuesday. But appreciate you guys as always. Kind of back to regularly scheduled programming as we go into next week. We'll have all of our newscasts again and everything. I know, I think we have a basketball game on this afternoon, but I still think we've got most of our newscasts later tonight, and you'll be with forecaster Jada Russell. So thank you again for your time as always. Appreciate you, and have a great Friday and a great weekend. All right, take care.